The Wise Old Man and the Young King. Once, there was a young king who ruled over a prosperous kingdom. His people loved him, but his advisors often disagreed with him, believing the king was too inexperienced to make wise decisions. One day, in a moment of frustration, the king decided to consult an old sage known for his wisdom, seeking advice on how to rule more effectively. The wise old man welcomed the king into his humble home. The king asked, "What is the secret to ruling well?" "I want to be as great as the kings of old." The sage smiled and said, "Let me tell you a story. A man once owned a beautiful garden. He planted roses, lilies, and many other flowers, and took great care in making sure the garden flourished. However, he was so obsessed with his garden that he never noticed the weeds growing in the corners. One day, the garden's beauty was marred by these weeds, which had spread all over. The man then realized he had neglected to tend to every part of the garden, focusing only on what he thought was the most important. The young king was puzzled. "What does this story have to do with ruling my kingdom?" he asked. The sage replied, "As a ruler, you must be like the gardener. Pay attention to all aspects of your kingdom, large and small. Focus not just on what seems most important, but also on the details that can easily be overlooked. If you neglect even the smallest things, they will eventually grow into larger problems." The king left the sage's house, deeply moved by the story. From that day on, he made sure to listen to his people, consider all advice, and address issues before they grew out of hand. His kingdom flourished, not only in wealth, but also in happiness, as he became a ruler who balanced care and wisdom. Moral: pay attention to all aspects of life, no matter how small, and balance the big picture with the details.